wondered why humans fear death so much. And I also wondered how religion played a part in this, and if it was kind of like a helpful aid in when people were so frightened and they didn't know what to do when faced with all of this loss, and how the different major religions kind of differed when it came to death and the afterlife. So how many of you have ever kind of questioned why things happened or even your faith? Okay, so that's why I chose this topic, is because I don't know what I believe in. And I thought that maybe if I understood why different religions believed and like what they believed, it would help me find what I believe in. The first thing that I read was a play called No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre, and it showed a kind of hell, but it was a different kind than Christianity portrays. Christianity in Revelations 21:8 describes that all bad people, the ones that created crimes, would go to a fiery pit of hell. And the second book that I read was The Stone Angel by Margaret Lawrence, and this was more focused on the life that you lived before, and it kind of showed how she was like looking back on all of the things that she did, and she was worried about death. And I related this to the type of religions that have reincarnation and the fact that it's dependent on what you do in this world on how you will go once you have died and once you have passed, like Buddhism and Hinduism, which focus on if you do good here, you will come back as something good the next life. There were similarities and differences between both of them. One was focused more on what's going on here and what you can do and why we are fearing death so much, and the other one was once we were there. And there were similarities between the two characters, or the three characters in the play and the one character, because one was about death and denying that they were in death, and the other one was worried about death. And my beliefs kind of didn't change at all after reading these things, because it didn't give me that much of a direction. But I did, however, agree with the fact that hell isn't like a fiery pit where you're going to burn, if there is such a thing. I believe that it's going to be a type of punishment that is appropriate to what you have done or committed, and sometimes that's isolation, and other times that's being surrounded by things that you just could not stand at all. And I have found that in an article that people fear death normally, and it's kind of a healthy thing because it keeps you out of dangerous situations, but it's also more common in people that have post-traumatic stress disorder and OCD, and it makes sense because they were put in so many situations that were scary for them. And from this, I kind of learned that religion is a way for people to understand and rely on something to comfort them when they don't get what's going on. And I hope that I will be able to figure out what will comfort me.